What's happening, Tech Timers? This is Andre of Andre's Tech Time and Product Reviews with part 2 of the GMK NUCBox. And actually, I want to offer all of you an apology because last night I put up a video with a full review of this little micro PC, powerful, palm-sized. And the performance portion didn't come out very well. There must have been, the settings were off in the application for the capture card, or maybe the settings were off within the computer, some Windows settings. So that portion came out choppy as it was recorded, but the way I was looking at it, everything was fine. So you can't get a sense of how good it looked on the computer. So I'm going old school. I mean, really old school. I'm just going to point the camera directly at the screen. I've got it, the brightness turned down so y'all can see exactly what's going on. I just decided that it was just best just to do this portion over. So if you didn't see part 1, go ahead and click on the link because that's the full review. This is just going to be the performance portion. So right there, NUCBox, Intel Celeron J4125, Windows 10 Home, etc., etc. Let's see, 8 gigs of memory right there. So that's what we're working with on the NUCBox. And let's go ahead and open up some applications. And I'm going to start with calculator. Popped right up. Let me see about raising this just a little bit so I won't cut off the top so much. Okay, let's see if I can keep it right there. And let's close that. Because once again, when I was launching applications and doing stuff, it looked like it was just kind of choppy. And I want to prove to y'all that it's not. So there's Mail. I clicked on Mail, Outlook, I guess, and it just popped right up. Let me go ahead and close that. And let's try LibreOffice. LibreOffice is kind of intensive. It takes a second to open up no matter what kind of computer and what kind of processor you have. So there it goes. You can see, pop right up. There it is. And I think last time I launched Paint as well. So there's Paint. And as you can see, popped right up. So let me go ahead and go into Chrome, and there's the video from last night. I'm going to turn that on, and you can see it's playing very smooth. And in the previous video, you would have seen the video playing choppy because, like I said, it just wasn't recording properly. But it's playing YouTube just fine. I'm going to turn on some stats here. And it's looking pretty good. It's dropped 3 frames out of 1799. So that's not bad. So this is 4K 30 frames per second test video. Let's go ahead and click on that. And you can see how smoothly it's moving. And like I said, this was very choppy in the previous video. Very, very choppy. So let me pause that for a second. Now we're going to do 4K at 60 frames per second. And you can see it moving. And in the previous video, for some reason, I don't even think it was moving, even though I was watching it moving on screen. So you can see that it's playing, 4K at 60 frames per second. This is one of the things we could not see. We could not see Netflix because it just wasn't recording. If I click on Netflix with the capture card, it's all blacked out. So I don't know what this is. Selling Tampa, I have no idea, but I'm going to go ahead and click on play. And you can see the video pops right up and it should begin playing. Actually, let's help it along a little bit. You can see there it is. It's playing. It's on the screen. So you can definitely watch Netflix. I'm going to go there. And I had run some test patterns, but you know what? I'm not going to do that now because we saw that it can run 4K and 60K. 4K at 30 frames and 4K at 60 frames. We saw that. So let's go to Amazon. I don't know what this is, Yearly Departed, but let's click on, I think my wife is watching that one. It said season 2. So yeah, season 2, episode 1. I wonder if this is any good. I'll ask her. I'm gonna go ahead and move forward a little bit. So you can see there it is. Amazon is going just fine. Not a problem there. Let's go into Paramount and the game. Let's click on the game. This is the new game for those of y'all that used to watch the game a few years back. This is the brand new one that just started. And let's click on that. And it should be popping up any second. And once again, just like the previous video, I am having a little problem with my internet service. Company I used to work for as a network technician / network engineer, I guess you could say. Let me see what's going on. There may be a problem with actual Paramount, because I know it plays. I did watch something from Paramount on this when I first got it, just to make sure it's playing. So this video, okay, they're unable to load a message from their sponsors, but in any event, we know that it works. Let's check out the speed and see. Now I have 70 megs. Let's see if it's running slow again. Actually, that's not too bad. That's about the best. Wow, it got just a little bit over 70. That's about the best it's ever run. I'm always having a problem with it. So Paramount, there's a problem with Paramount, if you could see that. But we saw that it's going to run 4K at 30 frames per second. It's going to run 4K at 60 frames per second, which really looks, that's very clear. It looks really, really cool. And, you know, we can watch Netflix and we can watch Amazon. So there you go. It's doing its thing. Let's go ahead and clear that. And what I did also is I wanted to mention that since I am not a gamer, I didn't know what kind of game to load on this computer. And I didn't want to load a game just you know, I actually loaded one of those car games, Grand Theft Auto, when I first got it. But then it wanted me to load a bunch of stuff. It was playing, but you know, I'm not a game player, so I uninstalled it. But what I did, just to show how much this computer can handle, I opened up a bunch of tabs in one browser, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tabs open in another browser. So let's go back here. I'm gonna play this video. You can see it's playing. I'm gonna play this video. You can see movement there. I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna play this video on Netflix. Play this in Amazon Prime. And then I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna go from tab to tab. And some of these comics, I read online comics, some of them take a second to open, but you can see as it's playing a bunch of videos, it's also, you know, going, you know, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Let me click on the link. You can see, you know, stuff is just happening. It's not slowing down. Let me go ahead and get rid of that, whatever that is. You can see that although it's doing other stuff in the background, it's just loading up pages. No problem. Another online comic. That's Amazon. Let's click on one of Oprah's favorites, I guess. You can see that just loaded. Let's see. Y'all know I'm a big Acura guy. I've owned a couple. Own an Acura now. This is my dream car. I'm probably going to end up getting the NSX one day upon retirement. Let's see. Let's go to, I think we already saw a Chromebook 2. But as you can see, it's just performing very well while I'm also streaming some videos. You know, let's go to the next page. Just want to show y'all that, yeah, I do have a bunch of tabs open and that I can navigate, you know, while watching videos. This was the the Geekbench scores, and I just left that there from last night, and you can see that, you know, all of the scores, and you can just go ahead and pause and, you know, zoom in and take a look, and let's see what this was about. Let's see, value accurate dealers, you know, so there you go. Stuff is popping up. You know, I'm opening up applications. Let's see what Disney's about. Let's leave that open. And one of my favorite applications, let's open up LibreOffice again. So I've got a bunch of applications open right now. Let's go to the spreadsheet. You can see that popped right up. So I've got a bunch of applications open right now. I'm streaming some videos, as you can see. Streaming, you know, a few videos. So I don't think that you would have any problem whatsoever running a game on this computer. You know, maybe not the most intensive game, but you'll definitely be able to play some games on this computer. So that's what I wanted to show you, so you can see just how fluid, just how smooth this computer can run. And there you go. That concludes the performance portion of the GMK NUCBox. You dig? Thank you for hanging out here with me on Andre's Tech Time and Product Reviews. I will catch you on the flip side in my next video. Now, can you dig that?